Hi everyone, and welcome to Billy Fitzgerald Golf, and welcome to opening weekend at Beverly Country Club. Now we've got a few rounds that have played today, and we're going to have more rounds throughout the weekend. And we're all wondering, what can we work on to kind of get our game going the correct direction for the year? Well, instead of working on a bunch of mechanical thoughts that we've YouTubed and looked at different videos throughout the winter, the first thing I want you to do is make sure that your alignment's right. If your alignment's wrong, then we could be trying to fix a problem that's not even there. So the first thing I want you to do is make sure that you're lining the face of the club and the golf ball to your target. A lot of people will try to aim their body, and so if they do that, their club is 30 yards, maybe 40 yards right of their target. So there's a few things that you can do. One is, if you're out in the golf course, place either a golf club or I have a teaching stick here in front of the golf ball to see where you're aligned. I do this a lot in playing lessons where I'll put the stick in front of the ball and then have the student simply line up to that stick. That's why you see in lessons or with really good players, they almost never practice A, without a target, or B, without a teaching stick or something in front of them, so when they get out on the golf course, it's more real time or lifelike. That's why I hear a lot of people say, I hit it so well on the range, but I get out on the golf course and my game just isn't there. Well, we have to make sure that your practice is realistic in what we do on the golf course. So that's one of the things that you can do. The second thing that you can do is when you set up to your golf ball and you get lined up, I see this a lot as well. We're checking our shoulders, our hips, our feet, and that's fine, but where are they pointed? You have to make sure you understand where they need to be pointed. So if I lay my golf club down at my feet, it can't be towards my target. It has to be for right-handed players, a few yards, maybe 10, 20 yards left of the line. Okay, so my feet, my hips, my shoulders are left of my target. For right-handed players, it can't be on your target line. If it's on your target line, then the face of the club when you line up is going to be well right. If you hit it perfect, it's going to go 30 yards right. Now we're trying to correct something that's not even there. So make sure when you lay the club down or you put your club down your shoulder line, for right-handed players, it has to be left. It's not at the target. Now, the final thing that you can do, I've got a stick laid down right in the middle of my stance. It lines up with the golf ball. People that are notorious for aiming to the right, they get to the left of the golf ball. So to help you with that, what I want you to do is come into the golf ball and line the face up first, but don't go left of the ball. Stay right in line with the ball or to the right of it. That allows you to kind of see where the face is going. So again, stay behind the golf ball and then line up. What I see more times than not is when you get left of the golf ball this way and then we start to set up, again, it's hard to make an adjustment. It's hard to line up correctly. One more thing that we need to be aware of is how you use your eyes. If I get set up, I've got to use my eyes this way. So when my head is turning or tilting, my eyes need to work this way down the target line. So if I put my golf club over my eyes and turn my eyes, you can see this is vertical. It's almost like looking down a scope or looking down the barrel of a shotgun. I have to use my eyes correctly. That's probably the biggest thing that I see when people do not align correctly, is the way they tilt their head or use their eyes. If I get here and my head swivels this way, so the shaft is very different. If I'm lined correctly, my eyes are going way left because now my eyes are on my body line. So what I see here, if I get lined up correctly and my eyes tilt, my head tilts that way, okay, I look right on line. If my head tilts the opposite way, or I lift up out of my stance, I come up out of my posture and my head tilts the other way, I'm looking 30 yards left. Okay, so a few things that we can do here. Lay something down in front of your golf ball to make sure that the face of the club is aimed correctly. The second thing we can do is when you set up and you put put the golf club on your shoulder, hip, or foot line, make sure, again for right-handed players, it's left of the target. It's not at the target. The third thing that you can do is don't cross over the golf ball when you're lining up. So stay on this side behind the golf ball, line the face up. Again, it'll help if you use your head and tilt right, and then line up. The fourth thing that you can do is, again, which I see more than anything, is how you use your eyes. So when we get set up, you're tilting your head this way, your eyes are moving down the target line, they're not moving this way. If I come up out of my posture and tilt my head this way, I'm not going to see the target correctly. So hopefully those will get you off to a good start. Alignment has to be where we start. If we're aligned correctly, then the golf ball will tell us the truth and what's happening with the golf ball. Then we can make corrections. So again, get lined up this weekend, and we'll see you on the course.